Hello, good afternoon. I have a lot of good stories to share with you today, which is kind of surprising, but yeah, good stories. We're going to go over the whole USAID once again, but more stuff on it because there were a whole list of things. I'm sure you've heard of it now. I'm just going to point out a few that are here. We're going to go over that first. So we're going to listen to Caroline speak on this.
Here's the reason why Elon Musk and others have been taking a look. Because if you look at the waste and abuse that has run through USAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap, and I know the American people don't either, and that's exactly what Elon Musk has been tasked by President Trump to do, to get the fraud, waste, and abuse out of our federal government.
Yeah. Okay, so that was part of what they found in there. They also found a bunch of other things that were waste of money. And things that a lot of this stuff were spreading this crap, this anti-Christ, anti-God beliefs and cultural beliefs to other countries. That's what it really is, because when you're trying to promote transgenderism instead of helping people to heal from mental illness on this that they grow out of, most of them if they're young, instead we try to just spread these things that are God made male and female, and that is what he made. He didn't make 67 genders. One could go into why this is that there's some real gender dysphoria. You could say, and I'm sure that RFK Jr., if he went into that and looked into, he already knows. But look, there could be problems because of the toxins in our water, soil, foods, air. There's all that could play a fact into it. Plus all of the hormones in the water. Found in the water, birth control pill, all kinds of things that could mess up people's hormones and mental problems. So, this is one thing. Then we have this one. USAID is spent on Tel Aviv University. The university received $581 million in taxpayer dollars. Why is the U.S. funding Israel's university instead of helping American students? Well, we've been doing that for years, backing Israel and helping, giving them all kinds of money when we don't have any, for our students, our health, for our health. It's disgusting. And I'm so glad to see that this is coming out. We act like Israel is the 51st state, and it's a foreign country, and it's not even really an ally. And I'm not going to go into that all because you know my feelings on that. So this has come out. So it's very, very good that this has come out, and it's a good point that. What's funny is I saw a meme, and you saw it on the cover for this particular segment. Basically, these Democrats are marching in support of government corruption. I'm not saying there's no corruption on the Republican side. I hope that whatever stuff that's on the Republican side comes out. I don't want this to be one-sided. I want all the corruption out. Now, this is an interesting thing. So let's hear what he says.
Elon is doing a great job. He's finding tremendous fraud and corruption and waste. You see it with the USAID, but you're going to see it even more so with other agencies and other parts of government. He's got a staff that's fantastic. He's wanted to be able to do this for a long time, and everybody else knew it was existent, but I think never so much when you look at USAID. That's a fraud. The whole thing is a fraud. Very little being put to good use. Every single line that I look at in terms of events and transactions is either corrupt or ridiculous. And we're going to be doing that throughout government. And I think we're going to be very close to balancing budgets for the first time in many years. I think we're going to be very close to, in addition to monies coming in from tariffs, et cetera, et cetera. But no, he's doing a very good job. I'm very happy with it.
Yes. And, he's hired these young people, but they're very smart. And some of them I heard were autistic, according to Representative Nancy Mace. And people are against that. But, high-functioning autistic people are very intelligent, as you see Musk. But my son has high-functioning autism, and he's incredibly intelligent. But in any case, thing I have here to show you. And this information was wonderful because federal agents targeted more than 100 criminal, illegal alien members of the brutal Venezuelan Tren de Aragua gang. I did a piece on that saying that really happened in August when it was discussed. That really happened. And here we finally have the federal agents, somebody doing something about it. The police were in Aurora seemed to be too afraid to go out there, or they didn't have enough police. And this is important. So, I live in Colorado, so I know what's, it's going on there. So that was really great to see. And what I want to say about this is that they're going, and they plan to go through all these agencies to find waste, fraud, and abuse. And all my life, American citizens have wanted this. They have wanted this to come out, get it out, clean out the mess. I'm over 50. I'm over 50, and all my life, 50 plus years, I never saw this happen. I never dreamed that it would actually come true, and sometimes it's hard to believe as it is. But it is happening, and it's a good thing. Clean it all out, kick everything out that's horrible, start over with a clean slate. I want that for our country, and I'm sure anybody with common sense and reasoning would agree. This is a monumental event in our history as a country. And it's amazing to be alive right now through that. Really amazing. One other story I want to share is I had done a couple of videos on the Gaza thing. Well, according to the Times of Israel, Jared Kushner behind Trump's plan to take over Gaza. Now, I had brought up his name before because he is a raging Zionist, and I'd heard him on a video say that's what he wanted to do. So it did sound very much like it. So it says, former White House senior advisor Jared Kushner was reportedly behind his father-in-law, U.S. President Donald Trump's plan announced yesterday for the U.S. to take over Gaza and clear it of Palestinians. Kushner was involved in crafting Trump's prepared remarks that he made alongside Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House, Puck News reports, citing an anonymous source familiar with the matter. Netanyahu had not requested that Trump pursue such a plan ahead of time. Puck adds, Kushner appeared to hint at the entire idea in a speech he gave last year. Gaza's waterfront property, it could be very valuable if people would focus on building up livelihoods, Kushner said during an event at Harvard. It's a little bit of an unfortunate situation there, you think? But I think from Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out and then clean it up, Kushner added. But I don't think that Israel has stated that they don't want the people to move back there afterward. Yes, Israel, I don't know if they stated it. I'm pretty sure they've stated they don't want the Palestinians there at all. We know that. They've been trying to get rid of them for, 70 years. Anyway, I didn't think it sounded too much like Trump either. My son seemed to think he looked that Trump looked uncomfortable reading what he had, the script on the paper. And I listened to a podcast of Danny Haiphong's with Scott Ritter, Ray McGovern, and Larry Johnson. And they all had differing views, although Larry's and Scott's were pretty much in agreement to a certain extent. Scott thought it was a punch in the face, or punch in the nose, as he put it, to Netanyahu. He didn't think that Netanyahu was aware of what he was going to say. According to this thing, it didn't sound like he was really totally aware of this either, according to the Times of Israel, that he was going to buy Gaza, and America be in control of it. Larry Johnson said that he's a showman, and he does these things, but it's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen with this because he doesn't want to put troops in. In the press conference the other day, they were saying, "Oh, you're going to have to put troops in to get this done." But then he clarified then Trump clarified in another post on Truth Social a while ago or I think it was yesterday or so, that he's going to. He's saying that Israel is going to hand over Gaza to us. I don't think any of this is going to happen, but after the fighting, well, that's concerning. Is he saying we're going to allow you to continue to kill off every Palestinian, and then we'll come in and take over? I mean, that's kind of sounds like that. And then someone else brought up the point that one of those guys that I mentioned, I think, brought up the point that Netanyahu, Israel, can't hand over something they don't have control of, because they lost in Gaza. They don't have control of that. In any case, I just wanted to give that small update. The point of this post is to say, and I'll add this, I listened to Dr. Chris Martenson earlier, just about an hour ago, and he was talking about Trump's revolution, and this really is a revolution. Things are going to change. Things are changing really fast. I think I had one other thing, but I don't know exactly where I saw it, unfortunately. It might be still in there. Let me see if I can. Here it is. Yeah, luckily I went to the right one. So Gunther Eagleman says, "Holy yes, Trump did it. The USAID is being shut down. They just took the letters off the building. No more pet projects funding the woke ideology around the world. Outstanding." This is what we need. We need to cleanse, scrub all this stuff that started out as a decent idea, and then, as usual, it got entrenched with deep, dark, dirty money laundering and all kinds of things that doesn't belong in there. so that don't belong in there. And I was really happy to see. I'm really happy to see what they're doing here. And I hope that they gut everything else, clean it out, and if it needs to stay, that particular agency needs to stay, it'll stay. But if it's not any good anymore, they could reform it, but have to figure out if a lot of these are actually needed. And it's really great to see this going on. So I just wanted to share that. I hope that you got a lot out of it and you're feeling some optimism in the midst of all the chaos out there. I hope so. Thanks for watching my video. Please follow my channel. Follow my videos, watch my videos, like my videos if you like them, and please share my channel, share my videos with others. I'd like to get that out there. Again, I haven't said this in a while. My name is Dorothy. You can call me Dorothy, Dorothea, or Dot, whichever one, of Through an Orthodox Christian Lens. Thanks so much for your support. Until next time.